Okay, so we are going to do another limiting reactant lab that is very similar to the lead iodide lab we just did with the yellow solids. So we're doing a different one where we take copper sulfate, it's blue here, sodium hydroxide, which is clear, or it's going to make a clear liquid once it's white solid, and we're going to react those and see what happens. Okay, so the same process. We're going to use the funnel and the filtering, use our balance. So we're going to combine those two things together. Okay, so let's see. Step one is to get the filter paper. Get the filter paper weight. Let's see, can we see that there? 1.42 grams. I guess it's a little hard to see on this balance. So 1.42 grams is what the filter paper weighs. And then I'm just going to go ahead and set that up on the funnel here. Set that up, add a little water to like wet it down. Okay, if that drips through, it drips through. Okay, and then we're going to add some let's see, the filter paper was 1.42 grams. This is the CuSO4. It says I'm going to try and add about 1.2 grams or so. And what's that one? All right, that's 1.14. 1.14 grams for copper sulfate. Okay, and then we are going to dissolve these, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. So it starts dissolving. Okay, set that aside. Now we get the second cup here, which has the sodium hydroxide. And I want about 0.9 grams. Okay, this thing comes in these like flakes here. So, I got to grab kind of like flake by flake. Okay, that thing's 0.2 grams. Some that are stuck together. Okay, that is 0.88 grams, 0.88. Right, and that's going to be the only thing we can fill in from our data table today. Let's see. This blue, the copper sulfate, I'm going to stir. And the sodium hydroxide, I'm going to stir and try and like break it up a little bit. Okay, we'll give those a second to keep stirring. Right, and we're not going to know here which one of these two it's the amount of products we make. Okay, we're going to have to go through the process and calculate those. All right, so we get this like whitish blue liquid with the copper sulfate dissolved. And this NaOH, the sodium hydroxide, that's pretty close. Okay, those look pretty good. All right, so we dissolve those, and then we're going to put them into the same cup and see where it goes, see what happens. Well, we quickly get this blue. Right, and that's, you know, it's maybe a little hard. It's kind of like you can't really see through it, right? It's there's definitely like a solid in there. It almost looks a little like Jello, kind of. Yeah, I don't know that you can see, but there's some. It is kind of look like some. Kind of looks like Jello. There's some stuff definitely sticking to the side. Some solids sticking to the side. So it looks like we got a good amount of solid in there. So that the solid is copper hydroxide, CuOH2, which is on the back on your table. So the sodium hydroxide, or the Na2SO4, that part we don't really care about. We're going to remove from our reaction, or from our calculations. Okay, and then we got to filter this. Filter through a little bit, and then, you know, I'll stop the video and filter it the rest of the way. We're going to pour through the funnel. Let's see what happens. As I pour that blue thing through the funnel. Oh, and this looks nice. It looks like just, you know, water, clear liquid is dripping through. The blue stuff is hopefully going to get caught inside the funnel. Right, so yeah, that's the product we're not really worried about. Put some water dripping through there. Oh yeah, and I definitely see there's like chunky, you know, there's like chunky kind of solids on the side of the cup here. So we definitely have some sort of a solid. Kind of like it looks a little sticky and spongy. Okay, so let's see. I'll come back and finish the video here in a little bit once this is all filtered through, and we'll see what that looks like. Look now. That funnel there. Okay. So we'll come back and get that in a little bit. In the meantime, let's see, it's step number 8 to do well filtering here is to calculate, right? So the amount of grams of each of these, we know the grams of these that we started with. We need to convert those values into moles, right? So molar mass of this, molar mass of this, and at least find those, okay? At least find those, and then we're going to try the calculations on the second page of the lab, okay? And see if we can get a theoretical yield. This will have to dry in overnight. But yeah, so I'm going to pause the video and we'll come back. Okay, so we're done filtering here, and we do have just clear liquid, clear water, plus the product we're not really too concerned about in the cup there. And then in here we got this blue gelatinous solid, right? That's copper hydroxide. Okay, so it's really still really wet, so this is going to have to dry. So I'm just going to take that out, put it in the cup, right? Put my name in that, and then we're just going to have to wait a day or so for this to completely, the water to dry out of this, and we'll see how much we got. Okay, so we need to do the theoretical calculations. Here on the second page, try and figure out how much of this we should have gotten by figuring out whether the CuSO4 or the NaOH was the one that got used up first, and then taking the smaller number and from there, and we'll figure that out, and then we'll get a % yield next time.